Hey everybody, it's Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 50 of our RuneScape 2007 Road to 100 Mil. We're going to start out this episode by returning Dixie. If you waited till all the way until the end of episode 49, you'll know that this is where we're going to start this episode. Fox finally came to get his whip back, so if you were wondering who Dixie is, that's his whip. If you haven't heard us call the whip Dixie yet, then you haven't been paying attention. But either way, I have now returned the whip. Thank you, Fox, very much for letting us borrow that. And let's move on to where we were supposed to start this episode. Alright, everybody. Now, here's the actual start of the episode, where we're finishing up our last run of Law Runes. This is a pretty exciting run, because I'm going to be getting 75 rune crafting here, which we've been working on for 10 episodes now. So this does mean that we are done training rune crafting, but unlike when we got to our 80 agility, it doesn't mean we're done with rune crafting. I do still want to use the giant pouch. If I'm going to unlock it, why not use it? That'd be kind of stupid if we didn't do it, but I'm not going to do too much. I do want to test out something a little different. We're not going to be running the Abyss. We may end up running the Abyss. I hope not. I hope it doesn't end up that way, but we will see. It's kind of a toss-up right now. This is going to be our last little bit here, just grabbing out of these pouches, and wait for it. Wait for it. 75 rune crafting, everybody. So now we can use the giant pouch, which is going to give us actually an extra 11 rune essence, or pure essence, I should say. Not 12. It says it can hold 12, but you have to realize it takes up an extra space itself. So 11 extra. That's actually going to be pretty killer. We're going to go from about 2,000 runes an hour to like 2,400 runes an hour if we were still running the Abyss. We may end up that way, so that could be our number. But I would like to go test something else first, and you'll see just what it is in a minute. But I'm still not going to tell you. I'm going to make you wait this extra minute. First, we have to sell all of our Law Runes and then the glories that we did not use, plus these 2 swordfish. We won't actually need swordfish or glories anymore if we don't have to run the Abyss. Again, it's a bunch of ifs, so a lot of ifs are going to be answered in the next 4 or 5 minutes, and it's all about one method that we will probably only do this episode because we're almost done with rune crafting. But if everything works out, this could be 500k an hour. I'm thinking it could get up to 600k an hour, but that's if prices are really good, and I'm really not going to rely on prices being really good. That's kind of a dumb way to think about it. So 500k an hour is what I'm thinking we can get, depending on how long a trip is going to take. I have not done this with 80 agility yet, so it's kind of a big test. Worst case scenario, if we come back to the Abyss, it's still going to be over 300k an hour, so we're still going to be making some good money, which I guess is our overall goal here, so that's always a bonus. We're almost done finishing the runes here. I'm hoping that these Law Runes are still at a good price. I haven't checked them in a while. Yes, I will take that. We're good, though. That's the last time we have to sell Law Runes, so I don't have to worry about their price. Their price was changing a lot on me all the time. Let's see what our stack is at now. 74 mil. And how close? 75? 74.7 mil. Alright, everybody, now that we have 75 rune crafting and we can use the giant pouch, we have to go get the giant pouch. I don't know if you guys remember, but last time I got the pouches, I just stopped at the large because I wasn't 100% sure if I really needed the giant quite yet, and we were a lot lower combat, so it was a little bit more difficult to do it. Now that we're higher combat, I have actual armor and a decent weapon. It should go pretty quick. It's supposed to be a 1 in 42 if you don't remember from the last time we did it. I believe all the pouches are the same rarity from each monster. I'm going to try to just fight the lower level monsters. As you can see, I have the entire clip here. I really did just focus on the lower level ones because you could kill them quicker, and I was just trying to get through it. The high level ones were surrounding me and doing a decent amount of damage, but I brought like 20 swordfish, so that was plenty to get through it. And we got the giant pouch in, I think it was about 8 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. Definitely worth it to get those extra 11 essence per inventory. Alright, everybody, I bet you're all wondering what rune we're going to do, so the answer to that is Cosmic Runes. And now I bet you're all wondering why are we doing Cosmic Runes, and the answer to that will be in just a minute. First of all, I just wanted to show you that I'm buying 7,000 essence. This is going to take us most likely less time than before, because if it's going any bit slower, I'm going to go back to the Abyss, and this is less runes than we've been doing. So this is going to be fairly quick, but we should make pretty good money from it because we can make double Cosmic Runes. But I'll discuss this a little more in just a minute when I see you guys in Xanris. Alright, everybody, here we are in Xanris. I did grab a Cosmic Talisman too. I decided to use the Talisman instead of a Tiara. I do have the Tiara, but I decided to use the Talisman instead because I wanted to have the full graceful outfit on since we will be running more. I figured that would save more money than having an extra essence would make more money, if that makes sense. I will be testing it out though. If it's wrong this way and it's better the other way, I will switch it up. But first I need to test how long this run is going to take to see if it's worth doing it this way rather than through the abyss. As you can see, I can do these agility shortcuts. I do have 80 agility and it only requires 66, so the run is a little bit quicker because of that. I do not know how fast because I've never been able to do these shortcuts before. This is the first time I'm doing them. This is all a test. So I'm going to do a few runs. I also have to take into consideration that the giant pouch degrades quicker and I'll need to go to the abyss to repair it anyway. So that's what's making me think we may have to go back to the abyss. So be prepared for that. But I will do a handful of runs to see how well this is going. The big thing about the cosmic runes is we do make double cosmic runes with our level. It requires 59 rune crafting to be able to do that. So we can basically double the price of cosmic runes to see how much money we're going to make from it, and double cosmic runes is almost as much as a nature rune right now. I know that means we should be doing nature runes because they're a little bit more, but when I was first planning on doing this, they were at 150 coins a piece, double that is 300, which is much more than a nature rune, and I just had my mind really set on trying this out, so this is what we're checking out, see how much money it is. At worst case scenario, I don't think it's going to be under 300k, but I guess worst case scenario could be worse. I don't know. I haven't done it. That's why we're testing it. So far, it looks like this run is going to take just under 2 minutes, which means we can get 30 to 35 in an hour, which is a little bit less than the abyss. So if every run keeps going like that, I probably will end up switching back to the abyss. If I do, that's going to be the next thing you see. If I don't, the next thing you see is me finishing up all of these runes. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright everybody, here we are at the Grain Exchange, and not because we're ready to sell our cosmic runes, sadly. It's because I did make the decision to switch over to the abyss. I did a handful of runs. I repaired my pouch a couple times just going to the abyss instead with the glory, but I mean it was kind of stupid. I was almost getting as many runs as I was getting with the abyss, but it was really, I figured the abyss would be better. I'd probably spend more money on the abyss because of glories and swordfish that we have to eat, but it's really not that big of a deal. I think the abyss is a smarter decision to make. We're still going to be doing cosmic runes. I have not changed over to natures. If cosmics happen to rise again in a little bit, then we will make some extra money off of it. If not, we'll make a little bit less money than we did with natures. But either way, we're still going to be making 350 to 400k an hour here, and I still got a few hours worth of work to do. So we're good. We're golden. Going hard. I'm going to see you guys when I'm done with all these cosmics. Alright everybody, we're on our last load of cosmic runes here. We're just finishing up all 13,000 of them. I think we had 13,000 would make sense. 14,000 of them would be double of 7,000 pure essence. So we're going to sell this for a couple mil profit. It will probably be over 76 mil, which is a pretty good stopping place for episode 50. We're going to be past 3/4 of the way there. That's actually a pretty good milestone, huh? So this is a pretty exciting moment. It looks like I lost 4 pure essence in the process because I'm 8 runes down. And now that I really think about it, it's also an exciting moment because we're basically done with rune crafting now. I really don't plan on going back and doing any more rune crafting this series because we only have 25 mil to go now. Man, what are we going to do for in-between episodes now? I was getting so used to just naturally picking up 10,000 essence and doing some runes. I'm actually kind of excited that we don't have to do those in-between episodes, but it was fairly convenient to really not have to think about it and just do another 10,000 of them. It's kind of routine. I like the idea of a grind. Once you get going on a grind, it's a really good thing, for me at least. But we're done with that grind. 75 rune crafting complete. I'm trying to sell the runes for 116 a piece, but it doesn't look like they're going to sell. I'll drop down to 114 and wait a little bit because their sale price is kind of lower than that. It's supposed to be like 112 right now, but I'd like to get a pretty good profit out of these. Like I said, they were 150 like 2 weeks ago, so I want to get closer to that kind of profit by a couple coins. Alright, so they're just about sold. They'll probably be, or they're done now. I was going to say they'll probably be done in a second, but there they are. 1.9 mil to add to the stack. Almost 2 mil, just 30k off. But this does bring us to 76 mil, I believe. There it is. Let's go ahead and check exactly how much. 76.1 mil, so we are officially past 3/4 of the way there. This is going to be the last clip for this episode, guys, so for in-between episodes, for the first time in a long time, we're not doing rune crafting. We're going to be doing some unfinished Ronar potions. They went pretty well last time. There's that slight bit of AFK, which I'm going to need a little bit of AFK for a while, so I'm going to start off with just the slight bit one. We did have to spend a pretty good amount of money on these herbs. As you can see, I had to drop 15 mil on it. I ended up buying 2,000 because at the price I wanted to buy for, that happened to be exactly 15 mil. I want to do a little more than 2,000, but I think that'll be a good amount. We'll make about 500k, and we've been making like 2 mil for every in-between episode, so this will be a lot less. but that's not a bad thing. 500k is still a pretty good profit. Since I've gotten a few of them to buy and I did happen to get some money back, I'll buy my vials of water now, and I'll just start making them now. I don't need to wait for all 2,000 of them to buy before I can start doing them. And I'm figuring they're going to take a little while to buy anyway, so that would be really ridiculous to wait for them. We can only do 14 per load, so this is only 10 loads worth. Hopefully we don't run into a problem and I'm halfway through it, not even halfway. I'm 10 loads in and I can't get any more Ronars to buy. If I do have to go up in price to buy them, then I will. I'll probably raise it by 25 coins at the most, because I think they should buy for less than that. But like I said, that's going to wrap it up here, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did, and we will see you next time. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video and helping support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you would hit that like button and tell us what you liked about it in the comments section below. If you're looking for more videos like this one, then go ahead and join the cul-de-sac by clicking that subscribe button, and follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.